Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into the wild world of conspiracy theories with our list of the top 10 most absurd ones out there. You know, those theories that make you scratch your head and say, wait, what? Now some of these theories might have a grain of truth to them, but the ones we're talking about today, let's just say they're a little more out there. So buckle up folks, because we're about to explore some of the most delusional, bizarre, and downright hilarious conspiracy theories that have ever graced the internet. Alright, let's kick things off with a classic, the flat earth theory. You know the one, the earth isn't a globe, it's a flat disk surrounded by an ice wall. These folks believe that everything we've been taught about the earth is a lie, and they've got proof. They point to things like the horizon always appearing flat and the lack of visible curvature in photos. But hey, who needs all that evidence when you can just say gravity is a hoax and call it a day, right? The funniest part is, these guys get into these heated debates online and it's like, what do they have to gain from this? Who's pulling the strings on the great flat earth conspiracy? Big globe? It's wild, man. Next up, we've got the moon landing hoax. Apparently, in 1969, instead of landing on the moon, NASA just decided to stage the whole thing on a soundstage somewhere in the Nevada desert. The conspiracy theorists claim that the US government, desperate for a win in the space race against the Soviets, fabricated the entire Apollo 11 mission. They point to things like the American flag waving in the wind, the lack of stars in the photos, and shadows that appear to be cast in different directions. But hey, who needs science when you can just watch a couple of YouTube videos and become an expert on space travel, right? But still, the conspiracy persists. Alright, this next one is a doozy. The reptilian elite theory claims that shape-shifting reptilian humanoids are secretly controlling the world. Yeah, you heard that right. Reptilian overlords disguised as politicians, celebrities, and business leaders are calling the shots from the shadows. These reptilian beings are supposedly descended from an ancient race of extraterrestrial lizards who came to Earth thousands of years ago. They're said to be cold-blooded, power-hungry, and obsessed with controlling humanity. Proponents of this theory believe that the reptilians are responsible for everything from wars and economic crises to the suppression of advanced technology. They claim that these creatures can shapeshift at will, blending seamlessly into human society while secretly pulling the strings from behind the scenes. At least, that's what the conspiracy theorists would have you believe. Chemtrails, man. This one's a real head-scratcher. According to this theory, those white trails you see behind airplanes aren't just harmless contrails made of water vapor. No, they're actually chemical or biological agents being sprayed on us by the government for nefarious purposes. Why would they do this, you ask? Well, the theories vary. Some say it's to control the weather, others say it's to spread disease, and still others believe it's all about mind control. Proponents of the chemtrail theory point to the fact that some contrails linger in the sky longer than others, and that sometimes they form grid-like patterns. They claim that these are clear signs of something fishy going on. But here's the thing. There's not a shred of scientific evidence to support the chemtrail theory. Scientists have repeatedly debunked this claim, explaining that contrails are simply a natural byproduct of jet engines, and that their appearance and behavior can vary depending on atmospheric conditions. But hey, who needs science when you can just look up at the sky and see the government's evil plan unfolding before your very eyes, right? The 9/11's inside job theory claims that the attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon on September 11, 2001, were not the work of foreign terrorists, but rather a carefully orchestrated plot by elements within the US government itself. Proponents of this theory point to a number of alleged inconsistencies and anomalies in the official account of the events, such as the speed at which the towers collapsed, and the alleged use of explosives to bring down the buildings. They claim that the government either allowed the attacks to happen or actively carried them out themselves in order to justify going to war in the Middle East, increase domestic surveillance, and consolidate power. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to believe, but I will say this. The 9/11's inside job theory has been thoroughly debunked by countless experts, engineers, and investigators. Let's talk about vaccines, specifically, the completely baseless and dangerous theory that vaccines cause autism. This theory originated in the late 1990s with a fraudulent study published in a medical journal that has since been retracted. Despite the fact that this study has been thoroughly debunked and its author, Andrew Wakefield, has been stripped of his medical license, the anti-vaxxer movement continues to gain traction, fueled by social media and celebrity endorsements. Let me be crystal clear. Vaccines are one of the greatest public health achievements in human history. They have saved millions of lives and eradicated deadly diseases like smallpox and polio. The idea that vaccines cause autism is not only completely false, but it's also incredibly dangerous. When parents choose not to vaccinate their children, they're not only putting their own kids at risk, but they're also putting the entire community at risk by undermining herd immunity. Area 51. Just the name conjures up images of flying saucers, alien autopsies, and shadowy government conspiracies. Located in the Nevada desert, Area 51 is a highly classified military base that has been the subject of intense speculation and intrigue for decades. Conspiracy theorists believe that Area 51 is where the government is hiding all the good stuff: crashed UFOs, alien bodies, and advanced technology that's been reverse-engineered from extraterrestrial spacecraft. They claim that the government is using Area 51 to conduct secret experiments on alien technology and to cover up the existence of extraterrestrial life. While the true purpose of Area 51 remains shrouded in secrecy, the government has acknowledged its existence, confirming that it's a testing ground for experimental aircraft and weapon systems. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't aliens out there, or that the government isn't hiding something at Area 51. What I am saying is that there's no concrete evidence to support these claims. The New World Order. It's the conspiracy theory that just won't die. According to this theory, a secretive elite group of powerful individuals is working behind the scenes to establish a totalitarian one-world government. These individuals are said to be members of secret societies, wealthy families, and influential politicians who are pulling the strings of global events. They're supposedly using their power and influence to manipulate financial markets, control the media, and orchestrate wars and conflicts in order to advance their agenda. Now, I'm all for critical thinking and questioning authority, but the New World Order theory often veers into dangerous territory, promoting anti-Semitic tropes and conspiracy theories about Jewish people controlling the world. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, died in 1977. Or did he? According to this theory, Elvis faked his own death in order to escape the pressures of fame and live a life of peace and anonymity. Proponents of this theory point to a number of alleged sightings of Elvis over the years, as well as supposed clues hidden in his music and album covers. They claim that Elvis was tired of the constant scrutiny of the public eye, and that he staged his death in order to disappear and live a simpler life. Some even believe that Elvis went into hiding with the help of the government or other powerful figures who were either protecting him or using him for their own purposes. Now, I'm a big fan of Elvis's music, but I'm not so sure about this whole he's still alive thing. And finally, we come to the granddaddy of all conspiracy theories, the Illuminati. This one's been around for centuries, and it shows no signs of slowing down. The Illuminati are supposedly a secretive and powerful group that has been pulling the strings of world events for centuries. They're said to be made up of influential figures from all walks of life: politicians, bankers, celebrities, you name it. Their goal? To establish a new world order, of course. Proponents of the Illuminati theory believe that this group is responsible for everything from the French Revolution to the assassination of JFK. Of course, there's no evidence to support any of this. Well, there you have it, folks. The top 10 most absurd conspiracy theories out there. From flat earthers to reptilian overlords, we've covered it all. Whether you find these theories amusing, intriguing, or just plain crazy, there's no denying that they're a fascinating window into the human psyche. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below which theory you find the most believable or unbelievable. And while you're at it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future conspiracy-themed content.